not going to screw over Hannah. We're going to beat your ass.
And bring it.
Today, the cast of Summer House is in our house to get us pumped for their new season premiere. And Jenna and Chef Adam are taking us below deck.
Tell Jenna she's being a bitch to you and she needs to back off.
Plus, trap queens Delrhonda, Aisha, and Jamila are here to tell us what it takes to be a real-life American gangster.
I'm about it. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
This is your reality check.
Do you think that's funny?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, well, you then.
Happy Monday and happy Black History Month, everyone. Welcome to Reality Check. I am your host, Daryn Carp, and with me right now is the newest members of the Bravo family. Well, one of them's new, Chef Adam Glick and Jenna MacGillivary?
MacGillivary, yeah.
Yes, okay, MacGillivary. I got it right. From Below Decks Sailing Yacht. How are you two?
Doing well.
I got a lot of questions for you. Before we get into that, you know, we do this thing where we break down our top 5 headlines, so let's do it. Let's break down our top 5. At number 5. Former Punk'd host Ashton Kutcher will always be there for ex-wife Demi Moore's daughters. The actor, who was married to Demi for 8 years, spoke about his relationship with the actress on Marc Maron's WTF podcast. While Kutcher said his relationship with Moore was good, they don't hang out. He went on to say that he does make a conscious effort to stay in touch with her daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, saying, "I was helping raise teenage girls through their adolescence. I love them. I'm never going to stop rooting for them to be successful." I almost said the wrong word there, my God. So what do you think about this? Do you listen to Marc Maron's podcast? You guys follow Ashton and Demi? It's nice to see a divorced couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, it's nice to see him.
For the sake of the
well.
children.
Are you guys friends with your exes?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I would say I'm always on good terms with people. I don't like bad blood with anyone.
All right, we'll get into that later. At number 4. Tim Tebow and Demi Lee Nell Peters are in wedding bliss. The Dancing with the Stars alum and his wife are giving their followers a glimpse inside their romantic post-wedding getaway. The couple shared adorable snaps from their special tropical honeymoon in the Maldives. The pair officially tied the knot on January 20th in an intimate sunset ceremony in Cape Town, South Africa, as confirmed by People. What is your favorite vacation place? If you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys have both been around the world, sailing, yachting.
Pacific Islands for me.
Pacific Islands, okay.
I love Australia and I love St. Bart's.
Ooh, both really good places. Which coast of Australia?
I like the Gold Coast.
Oh, yeah. Me
Yeah,
too.
that's good.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. At number 3, The Masked Singer has just begun, and the fan theories are already flying. After Sunday night's premiere introduced a new batch of mysterious celebrity contestants, fans flocked to social media to reveal their guesses for who is under each mask. One popular theory, that Jordyn Woods is the kangaroo by the character's clues, including a mention of being in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. I mean, do you guys watch Masked Singer? I mean, do you have any guesses?
I've seen an episode or two, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got good guesses, but I think
Yeah.
Jordyn Woods would be kind of random to be
Yeah.
over there, no? I mean,
100%.
I don't know why they would think it. I didn't even know she could really sing that well, but all right. At number 2. On Sunday, Demi Lovato opened the Super Bowl 54 with a show-stopping performance of the Star-Spangled Banner, exciting eager fans on social media as she further solidifies her musical comeback. The former X Factor judge hit all the right notes as she took center stage before the big game, drawing praise from fans on social media who wowed her performance. The pop star's game day performance came exactly 1 week after she took the 2020 Grammy Award stage with her new song, Anyone. Please tell me you both watched the Super Bowl.
I did.
Okay, were you
Yeah.
rooting for any particular team, and what did you think of Demi's performance?
Niners.
No, I...
California kid, come on.
Sorry, Adam.
Give me a break.
Ooh, awkward. Yeah.
No, I'm just going to talk about Demi. I loved that performance. I
great.
love her. She's awesome.
And she killed it in all white.
Yeah,
Like normally
totally.
I'd be worried about that on
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, but she was just
No,
flawless.
loved it.
And at number 1, Jenny from the Block's second Coach campaign is here, and it couldn't be more on brand for the multi-hyphenate superstar. On the ad campaign out today, the actress models Coach's new City Soul sneakers in a yellow and black zebra print version. Coach announced in November that the 2020 Super Bowl performer would join stars like Selena Gomez and Michael B. Jordan as the face of their rebranding. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would pretty much wear anything J-Lo was hawking.
She's pretty hot right now.
Yeah.
I would definitely wear anything J-Lo put on.
What did you guys think of her performance at the Super Bowl?
I also love that. The poll, like, oh my God.
I mean-
awesome. And I love that she's 50 and everyone's like, look what a 50-year-old
Even
can do.
Shakira's like 43.
Yeah,
I mean, she
yeah,
came
yeah.
out with like the American flag fur thing.
Mind-blowing.
I was all about
It
it.
was awesome,
I
yeah.
hope to look half as good at half her age. Well, we have to
Yeah.
go to break, but more with Jenna and Chef Adam when we come back.
Parker, you need to get to work. Being a chief stew is like being a mom.
I have got a system.
Well, the system sucks.
There was a mix-up with the laundry.
Really bad. You're constantly cleaning up somebody's shit. You're pissing people off. I'll give you an example. It's like...
No, I don't need it. I understand.
Welcome back to the show. Still hanging out with me is Chef Adam and resident mom of the group, Jenna, from Bravo's brand new series, Below Deck Sailing Yacht. How are you two?
Doing
Excellent.
Well, how has the sea been treating you guys? Well,
The high seas, they
Yes.
never get old, do they?
yeah, no, they don't. Did you know how to sail before you guys came on, or is it's much different than yachting?
Yeah, I mean, it is
Yes and no.
yachting. It's
Yeah.
just a
Still
different boat.
yachting.
But I had been on a couple smaller sailboats just for fun, so I'm used to that. Bigger sailboats I've worked on as well, but this one was the biggest, so that was great.
Wow, that's nice. A little bit more room for you.
Yeah.
Why did you both decide to join Below Deck Sailing Yacht? Specifically you, Jenna, because Adam, you're not new to this, and
No.
I'm assuming it was old hat for you. Why for you, Jenna?
I've been in the yachting game for a while, and I like challenges. I wanted a new challenge, so this was a great opportunity for me to get into something new.
Yeah, it looks wild. Did you watch Below Deck before this at all?
I did. I did. We always, like, all yacht crews watch it in the crew mess and kind of love it and love to hate it. So, yeah, I've always loved it.
Did you, like, criticize it at all with your, like, yachty buddies? You know what I mean?
I
You're like,
honestly didn't
Chef
criticize
Adam.
it. No, I never criticized it. I loved watching it. I feel like it was a pretty good depiction of what real life is on a yacht, so I enjoyed it.
Adam, you seem to be nodding there. You think that yachties make fun? Is it, like, tough? Like,
Listen, the first time I watched the show, everyone in the crew said, nope, not in a million years am I going to do that.
wow. Yeah, I mean.
Here we are, you know.
Here
it's
we
like-
are.
It's just funny how that works, right?
Well, you're used to being the chef on Below Deck Mediterranean. How different was it working a sailing yacht versus a motor yacht? Do you have a preference?
Prefer sailboat.
Okay. Why?
From a day-to-day basis, it's more exciting. I get to go outside, get the fresh air. You see this incredible thing happening. When that motor shuts down and it goes into pure silence, you can't have that moment on a yacht. You just don't get it, ever. And for that reason alone, I prefer sailing. Cooking, I'd rather be on a super yacht.
Why?
Because it's bigger, I've got more space, I've got more storage, there's stabilizers. My knife's not liable to fly across the galley at any point in time.
That's a risk.
Yeah.
What are the charter guests different on a motor yacht or a sailing
Yeah,
yacht? Are
I
they more
mean,
high maintenance?
I'll let Jenna answer that question.
Oh, I see. The resident mom.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the resident
yes.
mom. I don't know. I don't think they're that much different. I feel like a lot of people that come on sail yachts want the actual sport of it. They like the passion of sailing. They care more about getting to a place rather than showing up in a place and showing off, as motor yachties love to do that. They love to be in ports where they can be seen. So sail yachts are more like they enjoy the whole experience.
The sport of it
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Now, what makes this Below Deck different than regular Below Deck or Below Deck Med?
I mean, basically you have all of the elements of Below Deck and Below Deck Med crammed into a smaller space.
Oh, good.
With more drama and adventure. I mean, now we're doing beach parties all the time. We're doing things that Below Deck never really could do. We're doing things like raising sails. I mean, that's a whole scene that moment just blows you away, and you've never seen that on Below Deck series ever.
So we're seeing new layers to these.
New layers, yeah. Like to sit down and you get all the drama, you get all the things that you normally love about Below Deck. Plus, you get this adventurous sort of moment, you know, every time in every episode.
I'm curious, when you watched Below Deck before being part of the reality show, was it harder than you expected, or was it exactly what you expected?
I honestly feel like it's the exact same as working day to day. There's a camera there, but as he'll contest, I just kind of ignored that and got on with it. And for me, it was just more exciting.
Well, Jenna, in the preview, you say that being Chief Stew is like being a mom. Would you say that's because you're the problem solver of the ship? Like, you have the most responsibility?
I would say it's because there's a lot of young people that come onto yachts thinking like, oh, I'm going to work on a boat and work on a yacht and make this much money, and they don't actually have the work ethic. So for me, it's a matter of me getting annoyed by cleaning up after them. It's like having teenagers, and I don't have teenagers, but it feels like that's what it would be.
I wouldn't want bathroom duty on the yacht.
Nope.
I feel like that's got to be the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does everyone get along this season?
There's some.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it wouldn't be a good show without
No.
that, right?
If
No one
we
wants to
did.
see you guys getting along.
Yeah.
There's always different personalities, and I think there's a mix with our crew of people that are really on like a fun, sarcastic level, and then people that don't get that humor, and that creates conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us really got along in a real funny and bantery way, and others just didn't quite fit in.
Well, our fans love drama. Anyone who watches Bravo or reality knows that. Is anyone getting fired this season?
I would love to answer that question for you. I would absolutely love to answer
I would
that.
love to hear your answer to that, Chef Adam.
Some people f***ed up.
Okay. Anyone on the couch? Yep.
Negative.
Okay, you guys are perfect.
We are perfect
I don't know,
specimens.
Jenna. You gave me a little bit look there. How strict is Captain Shepard? Maybe from other captains you've had, or compare him to Captain Sandy?
Yeah, you know, I was actually thrilled as the chef to have Glenn in this moment because he doesn't look over my shoulder all the time. And that was such a huge thing for me. I want to be able to cook. I want to be able to do my job. I know I'm good at it. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
And he did, and it'll show.
And have either of you gotten on his bad side?
No, I don't think Glenn has a bad side.
I'm not sure. I never saw
Really?
it. I mean, we never saw
There's
it.
one incident.
Someone saw it.
Yeah,
but it
there's
wasn't
one
us.
incident where he gets upset, and it's shocking. But most of the time, he's really even-keeled.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Well, you guys know we love drama. We love when people get fired, but we love a hookup.
Oh, yeah.
Did any of you guys hook up with anyone on the yacht this season?
There are definitely some hookups.
Uh-huh.
I heard rumors of this. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
rumors.
You're not following, you've got to follow your kids. I mean, if you're cleaning up after them, you got to make sure that they're not hooking up with each other.
That's right. Actually, no,
Uh-huh.
I'm a proponent of hooking up. You can hook up with whoever you want to hook up with.
Absolutely.
I like this mom attitude.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before I let you guys go, what should we look forward to the most this season?
I had a great time cooking outdoors. And
yeah,
I love being able to showcase that. So finally, there was a boat and a captain willing to let me go cook outside, which was awesome.
Good scenery, change of pace for you. What about you, Jenna?
I think our crew just has the best sense of humor, and just the adventure that we have on the boat with our sense of humor, it's just, like, it's really fun.
It's very different. We're not boring. Like
It's
we have
dramatic.
real
Yeah, totally.
like real conversations.
We go deep this
That
year.
are funny and cool and interesting.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Well, Jenna, Adam, thank you so much for chatting with me. You guys are absolutely fantastic.
for
I'm looking
having us.
forward to it. Below Deck Sailing Yacht premieres tonight at 9/8 Central on Bravo. Don't go anywhere. The cast of Summer House is joining to tell me all about their summer shenanigans. Stay tuned.
You're gonna kick someone out tonight?
Yes.
Gone.
You're gonna get kicked out of the house, and you're gonna get kicked out of the house. Are we playing Survivor?
Don't activate me, because you've not seen me activate it.
At least we're getting along.
Welcome back. I'm activated because joining me on the couch is the cast from Bravo's Summer House, Kyle, Amanda, Carl. How are you guys?
Excellent.
And of course, next to me is the gorgeous Lindsay. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited for this new season. I gotta know who was kicked out, why we're doing Survivor. This season looks insane. So let's start with the fact that Austin and Shep from Southern Charm are actually at the house. What's that all about?
And Craig.
Oh, we got Craig.
He used to make the trailer.
What was that like?
I mean, it was great. Those guys are obviously like Bravo legends, if you want to say that. But we've been good friends with them for a couple years, and they were out in the Hamptons. They just happened to be in the hood.
It was my birthday, so we were like, this will be worth your while. Come through, wear a toga.
Can they drink more than you guys?
Probably.
I don't know.
Not on camera.
Maybe Shep, but I don't know if Austin and Craig can keep up with our crew.
Lindsay, did anyone hook up with the Southern Charm cast in the house?
So I actually was not there that weekend, so I'm excited to see if they did hook up with anyone.
Amanda, did Kyle hook up with anyone in the Southern Charm cast? Specifically Kyle?
Not that I was aware of.
You never know.
But there was some inter-show mingling.
Oh, inter-show mingling.
That's the new term.
Having little Bravo babies. I like this. Would you guys want them to join the Summer House cast, or that would just be like too freaking crazy?
Too
much
much.
Bravo.
That would be
Too
way
much.
too much.
One weekend is.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It was bad
Yeah.
enough having Vanderpump. Now it's like
Yeah.
too many drinking buddies.
They can go back to Charleston.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to party.
Well, in the preview, there is a lot of talk about kicking someone out. Who is getting the boot this season? Is it Hannah Berner?
I mean, look, I think we all push our own buttons every now and then, but it wasn't Hannah. I can tell you that.
But it's someone on the cast.
Someone that's
I don't think you'll be surprised.
some familiar faces. Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way.
I mean, it's, we did have people come back from past seasons, and, you know, obviously we're all still here, so process of elimination, you know,
Could be Hannah, could be Paige, could be Jules.
But I think getting rid of someone was actually a necessary evil, just due to some of the behavior from this individual.
Well, let me ask you this: was it a unanimous decision to kick that person
Oh,
out,
hands
or were there?
down.
Oh, everyone was like, "Yeah, I'm
Bye.
in."
Get out of here. See ya.
And whose decision was it to kick them out originally? Was it Kyle's?
No, I think we all.
Actually not.
I think we all kind of.
There was something happening in the house. We were kind of like, this is getting old. We need to squash it. And the easiest answer was just to never let them come back.
Change the locks.
vote them off the island.
I am terrified to be friends with you guys. All right, Kyle and Amanda, how are your wedding plans coming along? Is there a date set yet?
Thank God, yes. We,
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Yes.
We went into the summer actually having like gone through quite the planning process. We put a deposit down on a venue, and then it fell through. Fortunately, in retrospect, it was a blessing, but it really set us back, and so we went into the summer in like not the greatest place.
Amanda, you agree? I mean,
Yeah, it wasn't a blessing that it felt. Obviously, we'd love to like have had a venue going into the summer, but it turned out not to be what we thought it was. So we're happy that we were able to get our deposit back because it fell through. Otherwise, we'd be out a couple $1,000.
weddings are expensive.
And it was a sensitive subject, you know, based on what happened the first night of summer.
Yeah,
When is the wedding?
it'll be in the fall.
In the fall. And how many people are going to be there?
Way too many.
I'm assuming you're inviting these two. Is the person
We
that
don't know yet.
So I guess
Maybe
we'll see how this
sometime.
interview goes. We'll see how this interview goes.
Exactly.
I'm demanding an invite. I get it no matter what. The person that you all collectively decided to kick out of the house, are they going to get invited?
Oh,
Oh my God, absolutely not.
Hell no.
I need,
Wow.
No.
Carl's like, I'm not going.
I'm not going if that person.
Is it really like that serious? Like you couldn't be in the same room with them?
It's
Me?
just when the ice is
Mystery.
already thin and then it just breaks, that pond's not freezing over ever again.
All right, well, Kyle and Amanda, you're still in the hot seat because this season looks like you both hit some bumps in the road to wedding planning.
Always.
Typical. Let's take a look.
Me and Amanda set a wedding date. Walk down the aisle, babe.
I love it. I don't know where the he is. Whatever's happening right now is just not working.
Do you want to be single?
Yes.
I'm so done.
Now, listen, I've known you guys for a few years. I am not married, but I feel like when your future wife asks you if you want to be single,
You know, taken out of context.
yeah, sure, taking it. I'm just saying, like, usually you want to say, like, no, babe.
Yeah.
You're the love of my life.
That was a tough next morning,
I imagine.
as some of them are.
Is the wedding a big part of this season and you guys planning it? And
It was just,
I think like the stress of wedding planning is very apparent this season
it's
for
real.
us. Yeah.
You know, and we're also launching a business together.
Right.
You know, she still has her job to balance. We're committing basically every weekend out in the Hamptons. It was just so much, and it kind of boils over every now and then, so.
outside of you guys losing the first place that you wanted but getting the deposit back, what's been the most challenging about wedding planning? And has it affected your friendships in the house?
I mean, honestly, finding a venue that can hold over 200 people that checks the boxes.
Yeah, that
and,
doesn't have an early cutoff time. That is an opportunity for an after party that has flow to it where we're not in one room. There's so many things that Kyle and I were on our must-have list that we really just didn't have many options.
Yeah,
An after party for you guys seems odd.
I know, right?
And
you
you're like
wanna-
out of character. I'm
And you want to be able to
confused.
invite everyone that you'd like to, but we just can't, you know, and that's tough. So
Yeah.
it does kind of.
And then every easy decision is too expensive. So like when we're like, oh yeah, let's do that. It's like, well, we can't afford it, so never mind.
Well, don't think I forgot about you two.
we're out of the
You know, in the preview, we look at your relationship, and I want to say it's complicated. Let's take a look.
So are Carl and Lindsay banging?
Makes me want to vomit in my mouth, swallow it, and then vomit again.
It's weird when you cross that line with a friend.
I know how this is going to end.
You guys are getting married?
I mean, you guys have been friends for how many years?
About
4
or 5 years.
And
now.
best friends. I mean, you guys seem to have a really strong bond
Very
in the
close.
house.
Totally.
Very close.
Have you always had a thing for each other?
I don't think
Lindsay?
so. I think, you know, we have gotten closer throughout the years, and, you know, especially after a couple of summers ago and then fall, winter, spring, we just kept getting closer and closer, and then we both wound up single at the same time, which I don't think has ever really happened.
No.
But our friendship chemistry is just like so apparent that I think a lot of people were sort of waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I think
They're
we all
leaving
kind of
little
were.
cookie, like little breadcrumbs on Instagram. I swear to God.
Breadcrumbing.
Well, yeah, they were like taking vacations together, and like I was
the
very
car,
confused.
everyone was always asking. My friends, like, are just like, what's going on with Carl and Lindsay? My mom, my family, like, everyone wanted to know because of all the fun coupley photos they kept posting on Instagram.
But I feel like the public is shipping it. Like I feel like they want you guys to be together.
That's the thing. Like we would post photos of things, and people were like, every comment was, "Are you guys dating? What's going on?" And I think there's a lot of you feel that pressure.
Right.
And it's like, okay,
well, then
like,
you
what
start,
if something were to happen?
You start looking at each other and you're like, maybe they're right.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, maybe we should.
And they say like date your best friend. You know, and
Right.
usually that goes well. But
Do they say that? Who are you talking to about that? I got a lot of things to say to you.
I don't know.
I don't know if you're getting the right advice here.
Well,
I don't
look
know.
at my history on the show.
Yeah, you're going to do
struggled.
everything wrong. Well, that's
Yeah.
another thing, too, for you. Like, you've kind of seen the he's gotten with women on the show. Would that make you nervous about entering a romantic relationship with him?
Well, yeah, but I think that, you know, our relationship and friendship was so much stronger than his with the past girls on the show that, you know, we have a different foundation of such a strong friendship that, you know, and he's grown. I mean,
You've learned your lessons.
Yeah, he's grown throughout the years that,
So proud of you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Well, did either one of you expect them to hook up? Were you waiting for it?
Waiting for it.
I was kind of waiting for it, but then when I found out, I was like, I actually remember it was the night before we were headed out to the house. I was on my way back from the gym. I almost got hit by a car because I think I stopped in the middle of the street. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You were waiting for it like every other season, or just like recently?
No,
because of
just
their
Like
pictures?
the months leading in.
Were you guys doing that to be like annoying?
No, we were just hanging out a lot.
I mean, she had gone kind of through a breakup in the spring. I had broke it up, you know, right around January, and I don't know. We bonded over
You've
breaking
always
up.
been there for each
Fans
other.
want to
But
know.
like, listen, I will say, like, Lindsay's a beautiful girl. Like, you know, you're drinking, having fun. I'm single.
That's why she's sitting on my side of the couch.
I know.
Well,
Very, very
Carl,
far away.
you had a thing with Paige last season. Were you nervous about how Paige would maybe react to Lindsay?
I mean, yeah, I was nervous about how Everett would react. I was nervous about how the rest of the crew would act. I mean, Paige, yeah, we had a little fling last summer, or the previous summer, but she's now in a very happy relationship. So I wasn't really too worried about her, but I certainly it was going to be a little awkward.
Yeah.
Especially with Danielle's around too.
Yeah.
I used to date Danielle.
I was most nervous to talk to Danielle about it, but I can't wait to
my
see
gosh.
that scene because it was the funniest
very
moment. She was just freaking out. She
Yeah,
was-
Danielle was like, what?
Like everyone was like, oh.
Yeah, everyone was like,
Yeah.
what? But Danielle
Everyone
especially.
was expecting it, but once it was confirmed, it was like
I knew it.
What?
Interesting.
Still shocking.
Well, I want to switch gears because there are some newcomers this season. How are you guys feeling about Jules and Luke? What's the general consensus on them?
I mean, me and Kyle are very, very happy to have another bro in the house.
You needed a little male energy.
We need a little bit of
Yeah.
male vibes. I think Luke brings a lot of, you know, a little bit different, you know, kind of personality just from like, he's, you know, an actor. He's kind of got the Brad Pitt motorcycle vibes.
Right.
So
He's an athlete.
it's
He's
yeah, it's a
edgy,
good
yeah.
addition to our house just from that perspective because it takes the load off.
But it's
the
always
boys.
fun to have, you know, some new people in the. I mean, I've never done a house where you had the same exact crew year over year, and that brings a little bit of the excitement and like, you know, the mystery. Like, who's gonna arrive? Like, who's friend to friend? How are they gonna kind of get along with everybody?
Yeah, how are they going to deal with the drama?
Well, I find that men have an easier time sometimes. Women can be a little bit more judgy, a little cattier. How did you guys feel about Jules? Did you get along with her right away? Took some getting used to?
Well, you know, Jules is, you know, she's younger than all of us, and I think, you know, for her it was harder for her to figure out where she fit in, you know, with all of the girls and with the guys. So I think you guys will see that as the season progresses, you know, who she sort of fits in with and doesn't.
The way she entered the house, some of us were a little skeptical of just like who she was. So you'll have to see. It was a little more difficult to welcome her with open arms for me.
Interesting. Okay, well, we have to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. These 4 party animals are sticking around to play my favorite game after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with the incredible cast of Summer House. Kyle, Amanda, Carl. Still good? Still surviving?
Yeah.
Still good.
And of course, my gorgeous girl, Lindsay, right next to me. How are you holding up?
I'm still hanging in.
All right, still hanging in. Well, I want to do a bit of hazing and challenge for all of you guys in a game I like to call Cast on Blast. I feel like this game is going to be very easy for you guys. Amanda's already nervous, but here's how it's going to work. I'm going to name some of your castmates, and I want you to tell me something you love about them and something you hate about them.
Oh.
But I don't really care about what you love about them, okay? So do that really quickly. It's going to do a speed round. Are you guys ready to play?
Yes.
Okay. No. All right, first up, we have newest cast member, Jules. What do you love? What do you hate?
I hate her laugh.
I hate her laugh.
I hate her laugh.
Ooh, jeez. She's a sweetheart, but kind of walks around like an Instagram.
Love her hair. I love her hair. Beautiful hair.
Okay, beautiful hair. Hate her laugh. Never want to hear that woman
Well,
laugh.
it's like a chuckle. It's a weird chuckle.
Like, give me an impression of it.
It's like,
Ooh, I'm already out. All right, what about Paige? What do you love? What do you hate?
I like her outfits.
I think Paige is really funny. I find her to be funny.
I hate some of her snarky remarks. Is that fair to say?
She'll occasionally really talk behind your back.
I hate that she's perfect.
Wow, Carl, that was what we call media training. Okay, the next one up is my good pal, Hannah Berner. I want to hear all the hatred on this one. I'm going to go back to her after this.
She talks too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't I know it?
Don't give that girl a microphone.
Yeah, like remind her that she doesn't have a microphone in her hand, and when she does, just take it away.
And I hate that she doesn't have a driver's license.
She doesn't have a driver's license? Oh,
Nope,
she grew up
can't.
in New York.
It's expired, so she needs to get it renewed, but she doesn't drive. And that's a big part of our weekends, is
Does she
driving.
carry around her passport?
Well, I don't know. She just has a state ID.
Lindsay, what do you love and hate about her?
I mean, I just love Hannah in general, but I hate that she's sometimes like a tornado. There's no calm to her.
She's very frenetic. What about new cast member Luke? What do we love? What do we hate?
I love looking at him.
Sometimes Carl,
he
competition.
Just refuses to like make an opinion about something sometimes.
He toes the line a lot.
Yeah, toes the line a lot.
Sometimes I hate his facial hair. It can be a little puby.
Can be a little puby. Okay, Carl, you made like kind of a face when I said Luke.
No, I mean, I kind of hate his, like, he's got like this hockey arrogance. It's like a hockey player thing, and he's got this like cocky arrogance that I just don't like.
Well, factor in the tattoos and the motorcycle. It's like, okay, stop trying so hard, bro.
Does he have big energy?
Medium energy.
Medium
Actually,
energy.
for like
Carl's
2
like,
months of
I-
the summer, zero energy.
Do you hate anything about him, Lindsay?
I mean, I hate that sometimes I don't understand what he's saying because he has this thick Minnesota accent.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah, when he has a bunch of drinks, he can get very slurry and you have no idea what he's saying.
What about Danielle? Carl, take this one.
What do I hate? I hate that Danielle can get really, really drunk and like kind of keep it together where I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so she makes you guys all look like
Well,
sloppy messes.
She can handle her booze pretty well, I think. For the
Yeah, like she can make a drink at like 10 in the morning and no one gives her shit. But I'm drunk in the afternoon and I'm the bad guy.
Well, I think
You know?
we look at the past episodes. Maybe Danielle hasn't gotten into much trouble as Kyle.
I love
Cooke.
Danielle's dance moves.
True.
Oh, you love her dance moves.
She's got
What
some
about
good-
you,
She
Lindsay?
rage dances.
She's got some good goofy moves.
Her energy.
She's just happy.
Yeah.
I love Danielle's everything. She's one of my best friends. I mean, if there's one thing I hate, it's probably that she has the best hair in the entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
wow. Nothing bad to say about Miss Danielle.
What about Everett? Lindsay, why don't you take this to start? You know, what do you love? What do you hate? Yeah, no, just, you know, bringing this up.
Well, I mean, I love Everett's dedication to everything he does.
What do we hate?
And I hate that he is a very stubborn, hard-headed person.
I feel like, you know what? I'm just going to go with Lindsay's on this one. I don't
Yeah.
even care what you guys think about this. I feel like let's just
Works for me.
we're just going to trust her.
Ditto.
Okay, what about one of my favorites, Amanda?
Oh, guys.
What do we love? What do we hate?
Be mean.
Yeah, I want to hear the hate.
I
What do we
hate
hate
when
about
Amanda
it?
gets mad at me for saying stupid things.
Well, then we all do. Kyle, what do you
Amanda
hate
will
about
be like, Carl, you can't say that. And it just like, it's
Breaks
not
your
bad.
heart.
I probably shouldn't say it, but.
So she's keeping you
But
honest. Kyle, what do you hate about Amanda?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just hate that, like, somehow I'm the bad guy for, like, helping her keep her life together, like waking up in the morning.
Somehow.
Apparently that makes me her dad.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Like
Somehow.
my
That's
dad.
fine.
Lindsay, what do you think?
Well,
Go for it.
I hate that, sometimes I want to eat unhealthy during the weekends, and Amanda just cooks the healthiest food ever.
You guys are being way
She's so
too
annoying
nice.
in that. Okay, what about Kyle? Something we love, something we hate. Real quick.
I hate his drinking habits.
I don't think you're ever going to
Sorry.
get used to that. What about you?
Nope.
Rajay.
I hate Kyle's work ethic. No.
Wow, from a former
No,
love.
he works really, really hard, and that sometimes can be overwhelming if you don't work as hard as he does.
I hate that Kyle always thinks that he's right.
Yes.
How often is he right?
Always.
But how often? Like, all right, what about Lindsay? What do you guys hate about her? Just give me the hate. We all know what we love.
Just hate me.
We all know what we love.
I hate when she goes into her blackout rages, when she gets really mad. I'm just like, get it together, girl.
She gets activated. I don't want to see her get activated.
Yeah, I've seen her
I don't
activated,
wanna
and
see
I
that.
hate that.
I hate that she can get over a fight so quickly.
That,
and I'm
yeah.
still like, oh, we're hugging now? I'm like, how do you do it?
She's too quick for you.
Yeah.
She's a lover and a fighter.
Carl, do you hate anything about Lindsay?
I mean, I've hated things. I hate how intense our fights have been, or like how we can get at each other's throats pretty easily.
Passion?
When we get really activated, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. Oh, we do want to
full
get
circle.
activated.
Yeah.
All right. Last up, we have Carl. Give me something you three hate about Carl.
Oh, God.
I got a few things myself, but I'm going to let you guys take it. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Go hard.
I hate Carl's blackout rages too. He gets angry and you're just like, there's no calming him down no matter
Sure.
what you try to do sometimes.
Lindsay, you agree?
I would definitely agree. Well, this is why we're best friends, because we both have blackout rage fights.
I hate that
They're
he's
not
6'5"
blackout.
and makes me look short wherever I go.
So true. You gotta calm down the height. Guys, thank you so much for playing with me. That was a really solid round, and you guys never gave up, and I'm very impressed. Summer House premieres Wednesday, February 5th on Bravo at 9 p.m. We have to go to break. When we come back, we'll be talking to the Trap Queens. Don't go anywhere.
Everything Big 50, everything big. And literally, she lived up to that name. Everything that she did was big.
I'm about it. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Are you worth $25 million? Yeah, I am. But how are they? Because Aisha Hall made them look like they were, even though they really weren't.
Jamila's authentic, man. Understanding her story, where she's come from.
Well, I'm beyond excited to introduce these ladies, Jamila T. Davis, Aisha Hall, and Delrhonda, Big 50 Hood. How are you, ladies?
Good. Hi.
Thank you for being here. You guys have such interesting stories. Now, I have to ask, why did you guys tell your stories? Why did you guys just choose to be vulnerable to the cameras and tell the public what you guys went through?
I think it's necessary to, a lot of people, when they think of women in prison, they just think we are these horrible people that just made these terrible mistakes. And a lot of times they don't get our backstories. And also we want to have cautionary tales to remind the youth that everything that you see that glitters really isn't gold.
You're setting examples.
Absolutely.
And you feel so down, and you think life is over, but we're an example that you can restart and rebuild, and you don't have to just be a felon. You don't have to just be your worst mistake. You're so much more than that. So I personally want to be an example.
I like how you said that. You're not your worst mistake.
Exactly. And as for me, I did a couple prison bits, and my last prison bits was in a state prison. And that was very hard for me. And also, I got attached to the girls there because I have did that time before. So a lot of women haven't did that time, so they didn't know what it was like. So, I reached out to a lot of them still in prison. And one of the young ladies I had left, and 3 months later, she killed herself. Well, one of the officers told her, go kill yourself, and made a bet with the other officers in there that she would do it. And she did it. So, I deal with a lot of at-risk teens,
Wow. Wow, good for you. I mean, good for you being like a mother figure and a role model, all three of you. So can each of you kind of break down what it was that you went to prison for? I know that you said, Jamila, it was a pink-collar crime. What's the difference between pink collar and white collar?
Well, mine was bank fraud. So I was involved in a $30 million bank fraud scheme that involved Lehman Brothers Bank, and I was flipping houses to sell them to celebrities. So I was doing something legit, but I took a shortcut. So I had an inside hookup in the bank that kind of like allowed me to fudge paperwork and get things through without following a process, and I ended up getting caught up with that.
Wow. And who were some of the celebrities you worked with?
Oh, wow, name dropping, right?
Yeah, we love a name drop on Reality Check, you know? We care, but we want to know the names, too,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. This is what I will say. I came up during the 2000s, so pretty much everybody that was popping in New York City, I had a little something to do with a lot of they something, you know? I ain't gonna put them on the blast, because then it's gonna look like they a fraud, too, but I definitely had my hands in the mix with a lot of well-known celebrities.
Oh, wow. All right. What about you, Aisha?
And me, my case was, I did trading platforms, like commodity trading. Wow. So clients would come to me who needed to qualify for trading platforms who didn't qualify because the net worth had to be 50 million, 100 million, 250 million. And that's a very small percentage of the population.
Yes.
So people who had $1 million, that only had 2 million to their name versus someone who had $1 million to spend who had 500 million, they would qualify. My client wouldn't, because it was about your assets. So how I ended up getting in trouble is I changed documents to make some of those people qualify who wouldn't. I felt like their money was just as good as the other person's money, and those old-time assets shouldn't be stopping them from making, big trade moves. And that's how I ended up getting in trouble. I was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. I received money for something that they said was illegal because I changed information on documents, and I ended up getting 10.5 years for that.
Wow. Wow.
My company made $10 million, and that's probably why I got the time, because it was tied to the money.
Right. Big numbers, bigger sentences.
Even if I'd made no money, I probably wouldn't have got. If I did the same thing and didn't really make money, I definitely probably wouldn't have got that time.
Did you save all the money? Like what?
It was seized, so the money was in the bank.
Okay.
And the business overall wasn't all illegal. I did some things that were illegal, and then I did some that was just straight up business, and the funds were commingled, so everything was taken.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What about you, Delrhonda? Wow.
Wow. Well,
you're like, where do I begin? That's right.
God, this is so much to my life. It's like my charge was defrauding the government. I did faulty income tax. Me and a friend of mine's, childhood friend of mine's, got together and we decided we're going to do income tax. So they put me as the brain behind it because I went to her and said, hey, let's do these faulty income tax. It was a lot of people that wasn't fortunate, so I kind of leaned towards them. As I went to public housing and got some of the young ladies from there that really didn't have the funds, and I would do a fake income tax and get some money and get them a couple $1,000s, and me and Valerie would clear the rest. And then also I dabbled and dealt in drugs. I was a drug dealer, for many years. And also was a madam, so
she had
lived a life.
lot going on.
You've lived a life. Well, do you all feel like there was a bit inequality in the way that your crimes were treated? I mean, I know you kind of spoke about it in your book, Jamila, and what I saw earlier. What is that? You were saying it's, when you get into the millions of dollars, it's higher sentences.
Oh, yeah. So be clear. So the feds go based on your loss amount. In my case, my loss amount was $12.5 million, and I was sentenced to 12.5 years in federal prison. But although it goes based on loss amount, when white males commit the same or similar crimes, theirs could be in the billions, and some have gotten probation. So it's definitely a disparity in sentences when it comes to, not just actually African Americans, but even women. So women versus white males who commit white-collar crimes, the time is extremely different.
Right, I was going to say, I feel like the stereotype is that you wouldn't be committing these white-collar crimes, but here you are. You know what I mean? So the time might be different. Was Chris Christie your lawyer, Joe?
Well, Chris Christie was my U.S. attorney. And it's so crazy because on my sentencing day, he said justice. He made a public statement that justice has been served in America because I got a 12.5-year sentence. Mind you, my victim is Lehman Brothers Bank. So if we say Lehman Brothers Bank, who victimized the whole world, that's number one. Number two, for the results of the 2008 crisis, not one of the bankers served a day in jail. And they are clearly the architects, but yet I received a 12.5-year sentence and served 10.5 years on that 12.5-year sentence.
Wow, that is. What was it like being in prison with Lauryn Hill?
That was definitely different.
Yeah.
I was definitely blessed to meet some extremely great people, and Lauryn is one of them. She actually changed my mindset. I started my movement based on her. She gave me the courage to be. So, I started a nonprofit organization called Women Over Incarcerated, and Lauryn actually named it. So she kind of became like a life coach to me behind bars, and we stayed in touch, and, started some filming projects and so forth. So I'm definitely very grateful for Lauryn.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all three of you seem to have, had this second lot on life and say that you want to change it. What do you think is the biggest misconception of female prisons?
Oh, definitely that we all were, we're all strung out on drugs and,
violent.
Yeah, everybody's, is gay in prison. We all have these girlfriends in there.
Yeah.
And we're walking around like guys.
Yeah, she's gay. What is it?
Gay for the stay. I mean, that happens a lot.
That's
gay for the stay.
You gotta know that term.
I'm just gay 100% of the time, staying or not staying. So you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. But in prison, I mean, there's a stereotype of women and like that you're you lose your femininity in prison.
You're hard.
You're hard. And I think that, the way that we look, like you would never look at us and think like we were in prison for, double digits. I think that our faces changed the way that people view women in prison, and they look at us with a little bit more compassion because, I did more time as an adult in prison than I was an adult in the free world. So it really affected me. I'm sure it affected you the same way.
I'm gonna tell you like this: as I was in there with Martha Stewart, okay.
Oh, wow.
So
same as Lauryn Hill, same there. Right, exactly.
I was in, they call it Camp Cupcake, Alderson, and I was in there at the time with Martha Stewart and, her making us crab pies or apples or whatever, all that different stuff, so it was the experience, We taught her how to, put the commissary, what is it? The contraband. Contraband.
Taught her how to.
She asked.
Martha's a little gangster. Don't
she look gangster.
Yeah.
She was gonna be Bernie up now.
She gonna be on the new season of Trap Queens? That's what I want.
She's gonna be Bernie up now.
That was one of the inmates there?
Huh?
One of the inmates there?
Oh, yeah, one of the inmates, Bernie, from, the Washington, D.C. girls.
Have you stayed in touch with Martha?
No, Martha liked the Hernandez. She didn't deal with us too much. I told her I'd be a bodyguard, She didn't believe me.
Well, ladies, honestly, thank you so much for joining me today. Yes. I mean, what great faces to show,
Thank you.
To eliminate the stereotype. You guys are so inspiring. You can stream seasons 1 and 2 of American Gangster Trap Queens on BET+. We have to go to break. When we come back, we'll be hitting you with another moment in reality history. Don't go anywhere. Well, that's our show for today. Big thanks to the cast from Summer House, Below Deck, and the Trap Queens for stopping by. Reality Check streams Monday through Thursday at Twitter at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're following @People so you don't miss a thing. I'm going to leave you with this moment from reality history that will have you minding your own f***ing business. I'm Daryn Carp, and I'll check you tomorrow.
I think you guys should talk about it. Just a quick little, something, because I think you're both hurt by this. I know she is.
I'm not hurt, I'm disgusted.
In this 2011 episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County, Tamara and Gina are brought together to hopefully bury the hatchet.
I'm disgusted at the human being that you've turned into. Why is that? Really? Why is that?
Gina has been spreading false rumors about Tamara to the press, and Tamara is eager to express her displeasure. First with words.
It's none of your business. Do you understand me? Stay out of my life.
Then legal papers.
This is a letter from my attorney. It's a letter of assistant deceased.
Go give it to my attorney.
No, here's your letter, bitch.
Touch me. I'll throw your skinny
Go
little
ahead.
ass in
Show
the
me.
pool.
Prove it.
Don't touch my daughter.
And finally, a glass of Beaujolais.
Bitch.
Tamara's triple play is one of the great moments in reality history, and the lucky guest caught one hell of a show.
Oh my God. I thought this was a classy party.